Here we go. Conference championship weekend in the NFL. After a wild divisional round, we hope everyone had a great weekend and won lots of money. I'm Alex White here with former Las Vegas Sportsbook Director Micah Roberts and the man who made the Las Vegas line for over 30 years, Kenny White, for Odds Checker. All right, after talking with you two last week, I think you had a pretty good weekend. Let's roll that through to the AFC Championship game. We got the Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs are favored, -7 right now. Total on that game is 54. Micah, I'm going to start with you. I know you're on the Bengals side, and they did win the last matchup 34-31. How do you see this playing out in this game?
Well, the Chiefs are going to be absolutely brilliant again. I mean, the offense has been unbelievable the last 7 weeks, 28 points or more, 28-31, and then 34 higher, 42 the last playoff games. They are in high-octane offense right now. But the problem I have is their secondary, and this is where the Bills messed up last week. They had a beat-up secondary, no Tyrann Mathieu. They had Thornhill in playing Matthew's spot, and then they had Ladarius Sneed back there getting burnt again. And this is a thing that I think Burrow is going to really attack it hard. The last time they played, 3 touchdowns against Sneed, and they just kept attacking him, and he kept playing in man coverage. They didn't change, and Burrow kept attacking it. And I think that's where the Bills probably could have won. They changed their game plan. They didn't start attacking till it was a little too late, and they were trading scores. So this is an area I think Burrow can do and attack sooner, and Jamar Chase can out-jump everybody for the ball. We've seen that. But he's also got Higgins, and he's got Boyd, and this is just a fantastic receiving core. So I think they're going to be able to do some big scores, shock them a little bit. The 4th straight year AFC Championship game in Kansas City. Doesn't mean they have to win. I mean, they're really good. But we saw last week, Burrow has a confidence. Everybody else has a confidence. They know they can beat this team. They know they can stay ahead of them. They just can't give up big scores, and that'll be a big thing. You can't win and give up 40 to Patrick Mahomes again. So I think it'll be a high-scoring game, but I'm taking the points with the Bengals here.
Yeah, I'm going to be on the other side, Mike. I like Kansas City, and I like the experience factor. 4th straight time. This stadium will be rocking. It's definitely worth at least a field goal, maybe 3.5 points. And I think the Kansas City Chiefs are 6.5 points better than Cincinnati. The DVOA numbers even prove that out. Kansas City number 7, Cincinnati number 17 in the league. Cincinnati played a very easy opponent in the first round, playing Tennessee. The Titans were a team that was a fraud number 1 seed. They brought their star running back, Derrick Henry, who was a step slow. It threw the offense off their continuity offensively completely, and they were out of sync the entire game, and Tannehill threw 3 interceptions. Take away the 3 interceptions, and it's easy. Tennessee actually would have pulled that game out. 9 sacks. That cannot be overcome. Kansas City's defense is going to put pressure on Burrow all day long. His numbers are far better at home than they are on the road. I like this Kansas City offense. At home, 6.1 yards per play, 3rd in the NFL. Their run game, 120 rushing yards a game, 254 passing yards. Their secondary has been a little bit of a weakness. They allow 246 passing yards a game. But if you go back and look at the game logs, Micah, Cincinnati on the road, on median, going over every game, they allow the opponents 10.1 yards per pass, worst in the NFL. So I'm going to make a case. Cincinnati's defensive secondary is worse than the Kansas City Chiefs, and that's why I'm on the Chiefs this weekend.
Well, not statistically. Kansas City was awful in that last game, but I'm saying Cincinnati has won or covered their last 6 games, 5-1, sat out with the Browns game. Yeah, you make some great points there, Kenny, and it's one of those things that I just see this with Burrow. I've seen it when he beat Alabama. I've seen him when he won the national title. He had a tough year last year, 1st pick overall, but you saw signs. And then this year, especially the last 6 weeks, he's taken it up a notch. So I think that –
Has he won a Super Bowl yet?
Not yet, but maybe this year.
Has he been to a Super Bowl?
It could be this yet. The Bengals hadn't won in 31 years in the playoffs. He just did it twice in his first 2 shots. He's got this.
Yeah, he played nobody. He played the Raiders in Tennessee.
Number 1 seed. Come on.
Yeah, the fraudulent number 1 seed. Now he's playing the number 1 seed who actually beat the number 2 seed last week. So let's go Chiefs. What do you go ahead, Miss Alex?
Well, Kenny, are you laying the points with the Chiefs, or are you looking at money line? The money line, the Chiefs are minus 330, and the Bengals are plus 275.
Yeah, I'm laying the minus the 7, and but before you make your bet, make sure you know where the best odds are. Go to oddschecker.com. Sign if you haven't signed up yet, which I can't believe you wouldn't have done that. It's free. Sign up. You get the odds screen. You click on your state. Right now, I'm looking. If I'm going to make a bet, it's going to be at Fox Bet. I lay the 7 even money, 100 to win 100, 1,000 to win 1,000, 10,000 to win 10,000. Micah, if he's going to bet the Bengals, he's got to go to BetMGM. He can take that 7 even money or Borgata. So you can find out where the best odds are at Odds Checker.
And
Great.
where's the number going to go, Alex and Kenny? It looks like maybe it's going down a little bit. Are we going to see 6.5?
I thought we'd see 7.5 before we see 6.5.
Okay.
That's where I thought it was going to go, but it is pretty even across the board right now. But I'm going to be on the square side of this game. I think John Q. Public's going to be on the Chiefs all day. They're 11-1 straight up, 8-2 ATS their last 10 games, and they're 7-0 over to the total the last 7. That's 6 out of 7 parlays that have hit Chiefs and over as well. So the Public's going to be on. That's why I think you'll see 7.5.
And speaking of the Public, I would assume they'd be on the over. The total's 54. Micah, what do you think?
Yeah, everything that the Bengals have been doing is trending under, but this is what the Chiefs do. They pick a fight and they make you change your game plan. I think the Bengals are coming in right away knowing they're going to have to score a lot to win this game. And I think they will. I think they'll score plenty. And so the Chiefs, 7 straight overs, this is what they do. They're scoring offense. They're playing their best ball of the season, I think, right now, the last couple of games. So it's going to take a great effort for the Bengals to hang in this game. And I think they will because of Joe Burrow, unless he gets sacked 9 times again. We don't need that. We don't need our franchise quarterback getting banged up. So I'm going to go over here and plus 7. You might put that in a parlay. Might put it in a teaser too. Bengals,
last week I gave out some alternate point spreads on the overs, and all 3 hit. Big day taking big prices. Great to have big fourth quarters. I think this one could be the same way. Even though Burrow may get sacked 9 times, the kid did throw for 340 yards last week. He's going to put up a big number here because he's going to be trailing most of this game. So I went over 59.5 points plus $1.70. You can find that at Caesars or Sugar House right now. Go check the odds checker screen for your state and find out the best number on the alternate over 59.5 points. Kansas City, Cincinnati.
Fantastic stuff, as always. Makes it a little more interesting having you two on the opposite side. Don't miss this one, Sunday, January 30th, the AFC Championship game. I'm Alex White here with Micah and Kenny. We'll see you next time.